It doesn't coast around, it doesn't hang on the glory of its predecessor. It has Rian Johnson fully displaying all his creativity. Welcome back to my channel, movie fans. We are on the last stretch of the London Film Festival 2022 reviews, and as you can tell by the sweater, today we are discussing Rian Johnson's Glass Onion, which once more follows Detective Benoit Blanc as he is invited to a remote Greek island to unpeel the layers of a mystery involving a group of friends who just happen to be self-absorbed societal elitists. I absolutely love Knives Out. It was one of my favorite movies of the London Film Festival 2019, and this year's festival could not have ended with a bigger bang. This is the kind of movie that, much like other Rian Johnson works, will reward viewers with multiple viewings because the brilliance in all his works are always in the little details and nuance, in something that is just out of focus or not the purpose of a certain shot. You just notice certain things out of the corner of your eye whenever you go back and witness his movies a second and third time. On top of that, it is such a fresh follow-up to the cold, grim, autumnal Knives Out. Glass Onion is a sun-drenched, flamboyant and boisterous summer romp in more ways than just the visuals. It treads its own ground, presents new dynamics between the ensemble, while at the same time cementing Benoit Blanc as the great modern cinematic detective. Daniel Craig is relishing this role so much. He is so much fun to watch. He is so funny, while at the same time being so intense on camera, being so invested in each of the mysteries he's involved at. By proxy, he makes us engaged in the mystery being unfolded, as at the beginning he finds himself in this kind of dull moment in his life where he needs a challenge, and this film comes just in time. Somehow, however, he is not the only person that steals the show. The entire cast is excellent. They each have their own moment in the spotlight where you remember at least something that they said or did in this film. The energy shared between the new ensemble in a much more lavish production that makes the adventure and mystery feel so much bigger somehow feels more intimate than the family dynamic of the first one. Edward Norton is fantastic. Dave Bautista is so much fun to watch. Catherine Hahn, Kate Hudson, but Janelle Monáe displays a certain vulnerability that contrasts all the energy coming from everyone else so beautifully. The lavish production design displays so many literal and figurative layers about the characters and the mystery itself. Just when you begin to hone in and start thinking you have someone or something figured out, a new element is thrown into the mix and it shakes things up, making this such a wildly fun watch. On top of the gorgeous sun-drenched cinematography that complements the uproarious wit amidst the clashing personalities, keeping an engaging tone at every single step. All of that due to Rian Johnson's excellent direction. Johnson precisely unpeels new layers of this immaculately crafted puzzle at key moments so to never let the intrigue and suspense die off, keeping you at the edge of your seat so to serve the story and never just frivolous shock value. The way he paces the reveals throughout this film and that sense of escalation is just so precisely done, down to the detail, and it will reward viewers that pay attention. Again, like in all his other films. It's also a movie that has a ton of surprises, big and small, even apart from the main mystery itself. So do not get spoiled by the internet. IMDb already has a ton of information out there. Just start muting words. Do not trust Twitter to value your experience watching this movie. Because the more we learn as this film unravels, the more is added to this complex mystery in what is honestly one of the best and most engrossing scripts of the year, immensely helped by the editing, knowing exactly when to cut away from something, to hide a key piece of information, and when to add it on to the context of the film at key beats in the story, making us reinterpret our understanding of the characters, of the mysteries, and how the pieces of the puzzle are brought together. Nathan Johnson's score as well. My god, it's an entity in and of itself. His melodies and mood pieces are put to such great use when it comes to elevating tension and stakes, even creating atmosphere as we find ourselves amidst this group of friends isolated on an island, which gives this different kind of pace that constantly elevates as you find yourself trapped with these characters. In Knives Out, the characters could go anywhere, and it was such a different dynamic where all these characters really knew one another. They were all family. These are all friends, all of them kind of hiding something away from each other. It makes the proceedings so immensely fun to witness, and you start to see all these people in all their qualities and faults, and they make the most of it. Again, this entire cast is a blast to watch in this. But naturally, with any ensemble, there is always someone who falls on the short end of the stick, and there is someone in this film that happens to. I'm not going to reveal who, but that is really my only issue, that there is a great actor that feels underused throughout this. Other than that, this is such a fresh follow-up to Knives Out. This is so different. This is a great mystery in and of itself. It doesn't coast around. It doesn't hang on the glory of its predecessor. It has Rian Johnson fully displaying all his creativity. On a personal standpoint, I might give the edge to Knives Out, but these are just two movies that are fantastic on their own, and they just happen to follow a central character that has Daniel Craig relishing one of the most fun roles in his entire career. This, however, is definitely the funnier of the two movies so far, so I cannot wait to see what Rian Johnson does with whatever we get for Knives Out 3. But before we unpeel the layers on my final thoughts on Glass Onion, I need you to start the conversation about it in the comments below. Did you catch it at TIFF, at LFF, on Netflix by the time you find this video? Anything and everything down there. Check out more LFF reviews right up here, and if you're enjoying this review, if you enjoy movies and TV, this is the place to be, so consider clicking that subscribe button and you won't miss any future conversations on your favorite movies and TV. Rian Johnson is a treasure of a filmmaker. Glass Onion is an intricately layered, sharp, hilarious, and meticulously crafted, sun-drenched mystery romp that keeps us guessing until the very last needle drop as the entire ensemble manages to somehow steal the show. And I'm giving Glass Onion an A. That's what I make on one of the best movies of the year, Glass Onion. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my channel members for always supporting the channel. And there's more LFF content to come still, so I hope to see you there. Until then, love each other and love the movies.